Now we're going to present our categorical data in a graphical form. So I will show you how to create bar charts and pie charts off of your data or off of your tabular representation, the frequency table. This first graph that I have here is a bar chart. Again, this is the data I collected from my class. It's a distribution of home place for Econ 216 students. The regions I have are West Coast, South, Midwest, and other countries. Remember our tabular representation and the frequency table? All I've done is that I've converted that table into a graph. So the length of the bar for each one of these categories is just going to show the frequency for that class or for that category. Like for West Coast, we had 24 students, so the bar is going to go all the way up to 24. For South, we had 1 student, or the frequency was 1, so the bar for South is just going to go up to 1. For Midwest, we have 5, and for other country, we have 4. So the bar chart is presenting basically the frequency, but in a graphical form. And by just looking at this bar chart, I can easily say that a large fraction of my class actually come from the West Coast. Now, same data can be presented in form of a pie chart. A pie chart, the entire pie is going to be 100% of the observations. But then we divide that pie into classes. The categories we had for our variable were West Coast, South, Midwest, and other country. So each section of the pie here is going to represent one of these categories. Now you can see 70% of the students come from the West Coast, 3% come from South, 15% come from Midwest, and 12% come from other countries. And this is another way of presenting categorical data in a graphical form. Finally, sometimes people use dot plots to show categorical data. Dot plot is very similar to a bar chart, but then what you have is for each class on your horizontal axis, instead of drawing a bar on top of it, you're going to put a dot for every single observation that you have. So the picture I've got here, actually, for the class of 0, there were 3 observations. So there are 3 dots right there. For the class of 1, there were 3 observations. So you put 3 dots on top of 1. For class of 2, we have 2, 4, 6, 7 observations. So we put 7 dots on top of 2 and so on. Again, in some sense, this is like a bar chart. But what do you think is the advantage or disadvantage of a bar chart compared to a dot plot? Think about it.